Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. It is pouring rain here, super gross. It's been gross for a week now. I'm really looking forward to some warm spring weather, some 60 and 70-degree days. But honoring the whole process of spring and just going with it and still going on our daily walks outside, even though it's raining. We are halfway through our 30-day meditation challenge. So I'd love for you guys to check in and let me know how it's going. How are things shifting for you? Have you had any kind of aha moments during this process? Have you found a certain meditation that you really enjoy? Are you still kind of haven't started yet? There's still plenty of time. There's over 2 weeks left in the month. So even if you haven't started, we love for you to jump on for the second part of the meditation challenge. So today I wanted to come on and talk to you about ceremonial cacao. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard of what ceremonial cacao is. I like to call it spiritual hot chocolate. So I think I've mentioned in this group already this month that I'm kind of going through a detoxing period this month. So I'm really trying to detox my kidneys. I'm really trying to eliminate some chronic body pain that I'm having. So part of that is eliminating caffeine from my diet, which means obviously no coffee, which has been a struggle as a mom with a now 7-month-old. So today, for example, I woke up really craving some coffee. My little one was up from 2 till about 3:30 in the morning this morning. And so I woke up super tired, but I'd also made a commitment to myself that I was not going to drink coffee this month for 30 days, and I'm already halfway through. And also, when you're really tired, actually drinking coffee is a really bad idea, but we'll save that for a whole other conversation, another video, another time. So I knew that I needed something, but I didn't want to put any caffeine into my system. So then I was like, I should make a yummy cup of hot cacao. And so I pulled it out of my fridge. I keep it in the fridge because you don't want the little cacao discs, their little circle chocolate discs, to melt. So I took it out, I poured some almond milk into a pan, heated it up, put the discs in there, mixed it all together, and then I added a little bit of maple syrup for sweetness, and then poured it into my mug, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so nourishing. It tasted so good. And even though it was obviously 100% caffeine free, it didn't give me like an energy boost how caffeine would. It just made me feel lighter. It made me feel super inspired, obviously, because I'm in here talking about it. And then I just decided to write a blog post about it. So I realized that I've been really kind of exploring my relationship with cacao, and I haven't really been talking about it. So I thought, what a great opportunity today to write about it and share it with you guys and kind of tell you a little bit more about it. So that's what I'm doing. So I first heard of cacao from my friend Brenda. And this was, I think about a year ago. So I was pregnant at the time, and I was just super hesitant to, introduce anything new while I was pregnant. Now, let me start by saying cacao is 100% natural. It's just raw chocolate. But I still just wasn't sure if I wanted to drink or consume any while I was pregnant. So I decided to wait. So now that I'm not pregnant, it was about a month or two ago, I had bookmarked this website that I really love. They're called Firefly Chocolate. That's the name of the company. And I knew that when I finally was ready to try cacao that I wanted to order it from them because I'd been following their newsletter, I'd been reading their blog posts, and I just really loved, I followed them on Instagram too. So I just really loved their messaging and kind of like what their mission is. They use all organic ingredients. Everything is, all of their packaging that they use is 100% recyclable. So I really like that. It's good for the environment. And it's also ethically sourced, so that means that they take really good care of the farmers because they're sourcing these cacao beans from other countries, so they're making sure that the farmers that are harvesting these cacao beans are taken care of, are paid fairly. So everything about them I just really enjoyed. So I finally decided to order some, and I wanted to incorporate it into my women's circle last month. The theme last month for us was connecting with your inner child. And on Firefly Chocolate's website, they have a bunch of different types of cacao. So the one I actually really wanted to try was a Tantra blend, and which is for like love because, oh, so sorry, this was February. So we're already in April, so never mind. I think it was February. I really wanted to go along with the like love theme, Valentine's type theme. So I wanted the theme to be self-love, nurturing our inner child. And so I wanted to get the Tantra blend, but they were out. So the one that I did get, I'll show you, is called Boundless Belize. And it is this packaging right here. And just to tell you a little bit about it, the mood that it's going for is expansive, expressive, and magical, and it's used for meditation and creativity. So when you go on their website, you'll see that they have a bunch of different types of blends, and then the blends bring out certain properties in the cacao. So before I get too much deeper into talking about it, let me just go ahead and like address what cacao is. So it's raw chocolate. It's spelled similar to how cocoa is spelled, but it's a slight difference. Cacao is the rawest form of chocolate. So here in the States, and traditionally, the type of chocolate when you see cocoa in the stores is highly processed using high temperatures, high heat. Usually it has dairy, other sweeteners, and everything added to it. Cacao is actually cold pressed, so it keeps all of the live enzymes of the plant inside, so it doesn't destroy it in a high heat process. And so there's a bunch of different uses for cacao and reasons that you would want to drink it. So, for example, some health benefits are it's actually a great source of antioxidants. It has more calcium in it than a glass of cow's milk. It is a great source of magnesium, and magnesium is actually one of the nutrients in our society that we are most deficient in, so it's a great source of magnesium. It's one of the highest plant-based sources of iron, which is obviously really needed in the body, but it's great for muscle repair and muscle building. Let's see what else. I have my little cheat sheet of notes. It also boosts serotonin, so that's your feel-good hormones, and it also releases tryptophan. So tryptophan is what's found in turkey, for example, that makes you sleepy on Thanksgiving. So drinking cacao or eating cacao can give a feel-good, relaxed type vibe, kind of similar to when you would eat chocolate, right? How chocolate makes you feel like warm and yummy and happy inside, but this is just in its raw form. It's not processed at all. So in addition to the health reasons, like you would want to drink cacao, there's also some amazing spiritual, like energetic reasons that you'd want to drink cacao. So cacao is great for opening your heart chakra. So it really goes in, and cacao itself, the plant, on the health side of it, is great for strengthening the heart muscles. So it does the same thing energetically. It's going into your heart chakra. It's helping to open you up. It's helping you to get in touch with your inner heart and your inner desires, which I really love. When you consume cacao with other people, it creates this elevated mood in the room. So the comparison that I've been explaining to people when I talk about this is that feeling when you go out to drink with your friends, which I don't drink anymore, but I'm sure lots of people can relate to this. You kind of have that camaraderie feeling of you're all partaking in something together. It kind of has that same ritualistic feel of you're all drinking the same thing, and it's just you're all experiencing this heart opening together. So it really facilitates like deeper connection with other people and with yourself, which is super, super cool. Let's see, what else did I want to mention? So the reason that this is called ceremonial cacao versus just like regular cacao you could find in like a health food store is the type of like the quality of the cacao beans that this company is sourcing, and also what it's used for. So when we say ceremonial cacao, it kind of means like you want to have a special purpose for why you're drinking it. You want to think about having like a little ceremony for it when you drink it. So for example, when you prepare it, you could take your mug of cacao and you could hold it to your heart and you could set an intention. There's a video in here, if you haven't seen it already, from a week or two ago, where I talked about what intentions are and how to set them. But an intention is basically a way for you to get clear on what it is that you want. right? What it is you want to manifest or what it is you want to bring forward. So, for example, my intention this morning was to elevate my energy, elevate my mood, just create a really good vibe for my day. So my intention before I drank was expressing gratitude to the cacao for increasing my energy and lightening my mood. So you could just set whatever intention it is you want. It's a great thing to use like before you go in to meditate. So you could create your mug and then hold it to your heart, set your intention, and then sip on it while you're meditating. It's super awesome for that. It also, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the inside of it, like what the actual discs look like, because another option, if you didn't want to prepare a cup of it, is you can just do what's called microdosing it. And so these little chips, they look like this. So what you can do is if you don't want to prepare a whole cup, you could just take one disc and put it in your mouth. And I just let it dissolve and let it kind of absorb into my body. And I let it kind of just go over all of my taste buds. And just while I'm meditating, I just kind of just let it absorb right into your mouth. And the taste is, so remember, it's raw. It's almost like a very dark, bitter chocolate. So it's not going to be sweet in any way, but it has a really intense flavor based on whatever the blend is that you get. So they have blends that have different kinds of mushrooms in it. And there's description on the packaging that tells you what type of flavor you would be going for. I think mine is supposed to be, this one that I was telling you about has like a coppery type taste to it. It's very earthy. I really like it. I'm not a huge fan of sweeteners, especially processed sugary type sweets. So it's perfect for me. But if you could just think of like a really, really dark chocolate is what it would taste like. And then as far as preparing it, the bag, if you were to get one, gives you instructions, but you would just take a handful of the discs and put it into your mug, and then you would pour some hot water over it, or like I mentioned this morning, I used almond milk, and so I almost made like a hot cacao latte, and then I put a little scoop of cinnamon on top when I was done. So the possibilities are endless with how you can prepare this, but it's just a really nourishing, delicious, yummy, like I said, spiritual hot chocolate. It just warms you from the inside out, really helps you connect with yourself and with other people. So in the caption of this video, you'll see that I actually have an offer for you to get 5% off. This video is totally not sponsored by the company in any way. I just signed up for their referral program because I'm super passionate about this company and everything that it's doing, and I would love to contribute to you guys in some way by giving you something, some kind of little gift as often as I can. And so 5% off your first purchase using the link in the caption of this video. So if you want to click that, you just have to input your email, and then the company itself will send you your 5% off coupon. And then you can kind of look around at their website. Even if you're not interested in buying any of their products, I highly recommend reading their blog posts because they go way more into depth than I did on this video as far as what cacao is and everything that it has to offer. I think they do a beautiful job of explaining it really well and really clearly. So let me think. Oh, and then the other link that's going to be in this caption is the link to my blog post that I posted today. So if you got my newsletter, which you should have, maybe you haven't opened it yet, but I talk about everything we talked about in this video. I go a little bit more in depth into what cacao is and how to have a cacao ceremony. The link is also in the blog post if you ever need to reference it again. And I think that's everything I had to come on here and tell you. So if you have any questions about cacao, if you're interested in trying it, go ahead and just leave a comment below. I'd love to talk to you more about it or answer any questions that you have. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining and watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.